I told him not to say I look like Nicolas Cage, but here we are. But as Mike said, my name is Derek Hickey. Hickey's my God-given name. You all know where God gave me that name? Right here. Now, judging by the laugh room, I can tell some of you have been to high school, and the rest of you are from New Jersey. So you'll understand how tough it was for me to go through school with the last name Hickey. And in those dark moments, I decided to research my family name, and what I found is Hickey actually an Irish last name, and it translates in Gaelic to, he who will be bullied in high school. Don't laugh at that. I'm 33 years old, and I realized I should never, ever, ever travel outside the country. When I went to Mexico, I nearly drowned. Thank you for not laughing. When I went to Ireland, I got drunk and I yelled at sheep. If I ever go to Peru, I will get molested by an alpaca. But that trip to Ireland was the last trip I took before COVID, and when I was over there, the thing that I appreciated most was the little differences. Over there, you pick up a newspaper, they got things like sports, current events, politics. But do you guys know what they call obituaries in Ireland? No? Oh, I did he die, did he die, did he die, did he die, did he die? I'm contractually obligated to let you guys know that bit is sponsored by Garnier Fructis. Thank you. But y'all know how most people say that the middle child's a forgotten child? My parents proved that that's not true. Because they forgot my oldest brother at the ice rink like 6 times. I'll allow it. But I was raised in the 90s, and it was a really weird time to grow up as a kid in the 90s. Anyone else a millennial? Hush.
Don't admit it.
Exactly. That's my wife. But yeah, growing up in the 90s was a weird time because a bear in a hat told us not to start forest fires. A dog in a trench coat told us not to talk to strangers. And Bill Cosby told us not to do drugs. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, guys? Come on. But whenever people hear me talk, they always ask me the same thing. They're always like, where are you from? I say, do you have 2 minutes? And I tell them, born in Denver, Texas, Illinois, Missouri, Brussels, Missouri again, New Jersey, New York. And at the end of all that, they always ask me the same question. They're always like, oh, was your father in the military? And I say, close. He worked for Pepsi. Lost a lot of good men to that Crystal Pepsi, I'll tell you what. You'll get it. But y'all know what's scarier than growing up in a haunted house? Growing up with a dad with very specific OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. You see, if you were to leave one cabinet open in our house, he wouldn't even have to be home. He would know. And one day I decided to get my revenge. I decided to play a trick on my dad. So when he was at work, I opened up every single goddamn cabinet in our house. When he got home, he was so pissed. Y'all know how he punished me? He told me he killed the Easter Bunny. And I was 20. And I believed him. As surprising as it is, someone with the last name Hickey, I do have a wife. You don't have to applaud. Stop it. Recently, she's got me into this show on Netflix. I think it's from the early 2000s. It's not a show you want to watch right before you go to bed. It's eerie as shit. Have you all heard about that show? Gilmore Girls. Exactly. That's my wife in the back again. I appreciate you for wooing. This is a safe space. We're not in Connecticut. Well, clearly I'm a weird adult, and I was a weird kid. If you don't mind me asking, anyone at the table, what do you guys want to be when you're growing up as a dream job? Retired. That's respectable. I either want to be the Pope or a crash test dummy. I'll explain. The Pope, because I'd feed myself hamburger buns and drink Fanta, I call that communion. I'm a Catholic crowd. And a crash test dummy because I once put one too many pipe cleaners into an electrical socket. Exactly. I did yell Jesus and I prayed to Jesus, so thank you. But as I mentioned, I was raised in the Midwest and I was raised Catholic, so I'm allowed to say all this. And the most important holiday for the Catholics in the Midwest was Donut Sunday after church. Donut Sunday after church. My wife has a little bit of a hearing problem, it's okay. I'm buying a drink after this, just so you know. But just like the good Lord, Donut Sunday and Duncan worked in mysterious ways, because it wasn't every time after church. But I'm just happy that they kept the munchkins away from the priests. Oh. I'm allowed to say that. I look like Jesus and Nicolas Cage had a love child. I'll wait. But another thing about me as a kid, though, is I had a very deadly food allergy. I was allergic to red food coloring. But luckily, as I've gotten older, it's gotten a little bit better. Because now when I walk through Target, I just get hives. All right, it's a Walmart crowd except for my wife. That's fine. I swear to God, I'm going to owe her a car after this set. But like I said, I'm 33 years old, and another thing about me is I've never been invited to a book club. That means none of my friends, none of my family, and none of my closest loved ones actually believe I can read, which is fair. But y'all know how like fashion trends are like cyclical, where like nowadays the kids are wearing Jinkos, whatever they are all. I believe in that, but I have a theory. Some women wear mom jeans, but they're never going to make a version called dad jeans, because you'd always have to wear a belt with them, because they're always letting you down. Oh. Yeah, this is my therapy, just so you know. I'm invoicing the Blue Cross Blue Shield for this. But another thing about me, though, is y'all ever disappoint your parents without even realizing it? I'm a comedian, so yeah, we're in the same boat here. We both watch Gilmore Girls as well, so that's okay. I'll make this quick. My dad called me after I moved to the East Coast. Without any explanation, he just said, "I don't want you dating Taylor Swift." Without any other explanation, he just hung up the phone. And the problem with my dad is he watched Entertainment Tonight every night. So the next night, he found out Taylor Swift made $45 million the year before. So he decided, you know what? I better call my son and fucking trauma him again. So I pick up the phone. I didn't have caller ID. And all of a sudden I just heard my dad say, "I just found out Taylor Swift made $50 million last year. I guess you could date her." Who the fuck do you think I hang out with? Last thing I'll leave you all here with until I come back again is recently I got the opportunity to do comedy down the South, down in Georgia. Great crowd, great audience, way better than it was here today. But I could tell they were looking at me just a little bit differently. Apparently they've never seen Jesus in skinny jeans before. All right, I'll see you guys later, but I'm going to bring the next comedian up. You might have seen her from Amazon Prime, Jersey City Comedy Festival, or our wedding. Please welcome to the stage my wife, Meg Hickey.